Hello, people of the internet. I'm here with Jellyfish once again.
Hey.
And today we're going over our opinions. Well, I guess these are like our list of the top 5 most impactful cards in this format.
With monsters, spell, traps, synchros, and XYZs.
Because fusions weren't really relevant except for maybe 2 archetypes, which are Mass Heroes and Shadolls. Rituals is Necros, why would we explain that? And then for Pendulums, it's Cliffworks,
obviously.
So who the fuck cares? So we just went over the 5 most impactful cards that people play, people abuse,
and we're just gonna make fun of each other's choices.
And we just it's badass. I'll go first with my monster choice. I've chosen the all-powerful Denko Rekka. Man, bitch is Cold Wave on legs, and she just like
bottomless, solemn, torrential.
Only solemn. You can't bottomless or torrential this bitch.
Oh, okay.
No, you can't. She's already on the field when the effect goes to resolve. So,
in your face, boy. That's when you break through. No.
You'd have to Veiler her, boy.
Feed chain.
Can't already on the field.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah. If I have no back row, you can't use back row. So yeah, that's why she's my monster choice for this format.
Well, that sucks.
That's what you think.
Well, mine's Effect Veiler.
Go over why you think Effect Veiler is good.
Effect Veiler is just amazing because you negate effect. Hey, I can Effect Veiler your ass.
Yeah.
Proves my monster better. Anyways, Effect Veiler is just a really good card because it's a one level synchro monster that negates effects. It's a hand trap that everybody loves to use. It's just a typical monster that I feel like that impacts the format so much that it's a generic monster that everybody plays either in the main or the side deck. At least I know of, and it messes up a lot of big boss monsters and everything, and you just can't go wrong with a good Effect Veiler out of your hand.
Yeah, there are points in a game where this is relevant, but at the same time, it is just a level 1 monster. It may be a 1-for-1 target, and it may be a hand trap, but other than that, it does squat.
It's still better than Dragon, my favorite.
Good for you, buddy. Good for you. Anyway, my choice for spell is Necro Valley because fuck your shit. The graveyard is basically useless. Almost every deck, except your Senju's, uses the graveyard in some...
Gravekeepers. Obviously, because that's what they're from.
Well, yeah, true, but still, they kind of have to use their graveyard in extents, like for Stella and for all that other good stuff.
Not really. They just
but anyway,
banished.
we're still going here.
Okay.
So, this just shits on the format. Shadolls, they can't Falco you. They can't get their spells back when you kill their stuff. For Cliff Forts, well, you wouldn't play that against Cliff Forts, you're an idiot. Shits on Necros, because they can't recycle their mirrors. Oh, also... Burning Abyss, Fiend Grieving. Because haha, die. And if you're playing Gravekeepers, this just makes your bitches huge. Spy at 25 booty. It's like, fuck. But anyway, Jelly's choice for spell is...
Mystical Space Typhoon. That's an interesting choice, isn't it? The reason why I picked MST over like Regeki or the typical stuff is because MST is played in every single deck. There'll be 1 or 2 decks they don't play that because they don't want to, or play it. MST has always been a staple throughout how many formats?
Ever since the card was printed.
Basically, 1, it's chainable, it's a quick play. As MST, it's literally the most impact spell card there is. You can't say Regeki's more impact. No, MST's always been there, and it's never going to get banned. It's never going to not be there. There's never going to be a format where MST's not worth anything.
Well, see, there was a point in time where MST was a 1.
Yeah, because it's so fucking...
Well, I'm just saying, there was a point in time. Anyway, we're going to Mirror Force as my trap pick for this format, because it basically just kills stuff. Necro Valley and Mirror Force combos for days, because, now your stuff's in the grave and you can't use it, and Mirror Force just nuked your field, so now I have the ability to kill you. And, it can be a 1-for-1 when you need to, or it could make you go +3 because your opponent just lost their board. The card has so much versatility in it, and also the fact it's a trap card.
But
so
the downside to it is it lets cards that go to the graveyard get their effects. That's the only downside.
Yes, that's true.
And it's it could be it's not really a chainable trap card. If it's MST, it's MST.
Yeah, if it gets MST, that gets MST. But that's a lot of the same for battle traps, really.
Yeah, but a lot of traps you can chain. Like Solemn,
but this card can put in work. Yeah. There's no denying the fact that this can just kill 5 monsters and just be like, I'm laughing at you, bitch. But anyway. Jelly's choice of trap for this format
is Compulse. The reason why Compulse is for a couple of facts that is harmless because the effects go banished. Because some cards do that. It's a chainable card, so even if your monster's summoned and it's compulsive monster on the field, you can't just activate those staples. It's less of a cost because some Drenchers cost you monsters, Bombs compulsory you can chain it. And just the 1 or 2, maybe 3 cards of the entire format that actually send cards to your hand, and that's probably one of the best things you can do this format because it doesn't go to the graveyard. And sending to your hand wastes their normal summon, and it helps you out so much.
Also, Compulsive plus Mind Crash.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, you have to go -1, but still, it's fucking hilarious.
I know.
Anyway, my choice for Synchro is Stardust Dragon. I guess, oh yeah, it's the extra here. Stardust Dragon is your card that has been good ever since it was printed way back in, I think it was, what was it? I think it was the Duelist Genesis that this card first came out, but I might be wrong.
It was.
But it's a boss. Like, it protects your field from Mirror Force, Regeki, Torrential. It protects from fucking Bottomless, man. You can't deny that shit. Stardust is just a boss. And there are cards that are better than him, sure. But, you know, he's good.
The only problem with him is he's a 25 monster, so he can get ran over quickly.
Yeah, he can get ran over, but you ain't destroying him by card effects time soon. Like, you have to bait this. I mean, even if you Phoenix Chain, I can still use the effect, because that's just amazing. Because it goes to the graves of cost. So, yeah, that's a thing.
Well, my Synchro, since we've already saw, is Quasar, because the only downside of this card, the only one downside in this entire card, is that it takes a lot to bring out. But when you bring out, you basically win. It negates everything, basically. It's a monster you can never get over. Well, not never, but most of the time you can never get over. It's a boss monster that everybody fears, plus he's the reason why Plant Synchro is just amazing. When they had the Spotlight.
When they had 3 Soul Charge.
Yeah, basically. But this card can wreck more than... This is the #1 Synchro that's the hardest around. Plus, when he dies, it brings out a stronger monster, which is a plus. So, Quasar, it's like... Everybody knows Quasar.
I can't deny that Quasar is good. Basically, these two are like probably the best Synchros in the game right now. I mean, I guess you could make an argument for Beals, but there are ways to get around Beals.
Yeah, and since you already showed our XZs...
On to XCs, we've got... Mine is Lightning Chidori. Because, you know, it may not be the easiest thing to get because it is, like, very restrictive, but this guy just, like, does work. If your opponent only has 2 cards on the field, they're gonna lose them. Because you can send any set card to their deck. You can send their monsters or their back row. And if there is an extra deck thing bothering you, like a Beals, or a 101, or an Exciton Knight, then you just
Quasar.
Well, Quasar could just negate it.
Better.
We're on XCs right now, man. We've already had that debate. Lightning Chidori can just get rid of stuff. And if it sends to the top of the deck, like if it sends something like, I don't know, a Thunder King to the top of the deck, or Denko to the top, then they're not getting a fresh draw phase to find that Dark Hole, or find that Regeki, or find the one out that they had in their deck. They're going to draw that card. They've essentially done nothing, and you've advanced your board state with a 19 beater that they've got to kill
plus
now.
Plus extra draw since they don't get one technically.
Yeah, that's true. You get the first draw step. And the last card on this list is...
my choice, which is Dante. The reason why I picked Dante is not only that he's a dominating force in the meta right now, that I personally think that he needs to hit in the ban list down to 2 or 1, is because he's a generic rank 3 that can come out so easily. Dante's one of the most easiest XZ's monster you can run just because of Tour Guide. He is a monster that can help Lightsworns, can help Burning Abyss, can help Infernoids, he can help a lot of decks. Plus he's a 25 beast stick when you want him to be, or a defensive monster. And he's so easy to bring out, it's unbelievable. You cannot deny a 25 beast stick that mills your deck if you need it to be milled. And it's an automatic just monster so easy to bring out with Tour Guide or any rank 3 imaginable. Dante's just probably one of the best XC summon out right now.
Well, there could be an argument that Dante is probably one of the best XCs in the game.
Yeah.
Like, in the terms of, like, the history. Because this guy,
so easy
he
to
just
bring
does
out.
so much work.
And he's so easy to bring out.
The fact that he's generic pisses me off, but that's a whole nother rant for a whole nother day.
If he was generic to Burning Abyss, then now that...
Yeah, if he was generic to Burning Abyss, then it wouldn't make him as big of a pain in the ass.
But it's still a pain in the ass.
But it's still a pain in the ass. But that's why people run Necro Valley.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was our top 5 most impactful cards in this format. Leave your guys' opinions, hate comments, whatever the fuck you want to put down there in the comments below.
Pretty soon we're going to do all 5 favorite deck/archetype ever.
We'll do something.
One of those two.
And we'll see you guys next time when we're not doing stuff.
Yeah.